Coming to you live from South Africa in Cape Town. I'm actually standing right now at the Southern African, catch me on this one, Foundation for the Conservation of Coastal Birds. This is SANCOB for short. My name is Paul Leonard, and I'm a senior penguin biologist for the New England Aquarium up in Boston. All you all in Boston, hey, how's it going? I know it's almost lunchtime, but thanks for hanging out here. It's almost 6:30 here in the evening, and SANCOB has closed down. All the penguins are to bed, and it's been a crazy week. We've been here for a while, and I'm down here with Joe Blasi, and our goal is to help this place with the rearing of chicks that have been abandoned and are under stress, and it's just been really cool. It's been kind of an eye-opening down here. To give you an idea of what the situation is, and you probably hear a lot of stuff, especially at the New England Aquarium in Boston. We talk a lot about the status of the African penguin, but for those of you online, the status is pretty significant. It's changed from threatened to now endangered species. When I started working at the aquarium in 2002, we were telling the visitors that the species had the potential of going extinct in the wild in roughly about 40 years. Unfortunately, that is, it's changed drastically, and now the population has taken such a crash that they're expecting it to go extinct in the next 14 years. So, having the opportunity, thanking the aquarium to come out here and to take my knowledge, my 9 years of penguin experience, and help them with these chicks for a week. It's been pretty cool, and I hope that it does some good. Just to throw some more numbers at you, last year, SANCOB received about 500 penguin chicks, and they were able to send back about 496 of them. So that was pretty cool. And the other thing I just was told today is that the penguin chicks that make it through this program here, that are rehabilitated and released back to the wild, they survive about 19% more than the ones in the wild did. It's possibly because they get the right care that they need to get over the hump to get out to the ocean, and so that's just some of the amazing stuff that this facility does. They've got a great staff here. They deal with lots of volunteers. They deal basically with lots of craziness. Sometimes because there's like animals coming in and out. But they really hold their own. They're very organized, and I've learned a few lessons from a few of them. So it's been once again a pleasure. So, I'm just going to show a pan around the facility here. We're going to try to show you a little bit of place. If it does wash out, I'll correct. So please, I'm not a professional photographer here. Bear with me. Painting behind me, I'll show you down the walkway here. This is kind of the main entrance. The sun's about to set, so it's kind of bright. We're going over here, down in the far corner there. You see a little bit of a pool. That is our home pool here, and that's where a lot of the birds that can't be released end up staying for the rest of their lives. These are birds that need, these are birds that need long-term treatments. There's a lot of there's a lot of injuries, missing eyes, can't fly. It's not just penguins in that main pool there. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool animals in there. As I pan more to the right, these first set of cages that are kind of broken down right here, these pens is where they have their intensive care ward. Right now, all the chicks are on the inside. They're having quiet time, they're downtime so they can rest. But a lot of the animals that are in here, they're really, really severe cases. So last night, they had about 21 penguins introduced, brought in. That's 21 penguin chicks, and a lot of them were brought right to the ICU area, and they were being fed fluids, formula, given medications. They were basically being try to treat it the best they can. It was quite a cool sight to see all that. The way back there is the main holding pool for the swim times for birds that are going through all the different stages. This pen right here is for the flighted birds that are being rehabbed, pen 1. There's 2 little gulls in there, and you can barely see them. They're kind of hiding at the moment. That's where they live for the time being. Now, the pan more to the right, you'll see some more look like some more pens set up there that are kind of enclosed. These are where the majority of the chicks that are deemed somewhat okay. They don't need intensive care. This is where they hang out until they start learning how to feed. They also get hydrated fluids, formula, and we try to get them on whole fish. And my volunteers are watching in the main exhibit. All these penguins are eating are 8-inch sardines, and that's the chicks. So no more complaining, no more listening to the complaints of our penguins. They can do it. So painting all around here, and that's the other side of the facility. So let's see if I can really not try to give you. There you go. We'll go back to me here. So just to give you a rundown of the gear that are standard Sandcock gear here. This is Oilers. This is a little plug for Sandcock. They save seabirds. This glove right here. This is my capture and handling glove. You cannot touch a penguin unless you have one of these gloves on. And then what I'm wearing here is what we call ring gear. Flashy, huh? These are Oilers. This is very important. When you pick up the penguins, they tend to let you know that they don't like you. So they poop all over you, and this keeps you somewhat clean. So this is my uniform for the day. Of course, there's a nice Aquarium logo right there. This has been really cool, really great. We really appreciated the opportunity coming here. Joe is going to be here for several more weeks. I'm going to be taking off in just a few days to join South African wildlife field agents to travel to Dasson Island, one of the largest penguin colonies for the African penguin, and spend 2 weeks there trying to do population studies and see what the situation is at that area. So for everyone in Boston, thank you for coming to the Aquarium. Coming and supporting the Aquarium and its programs has allowed me and Joe to come to South Africa to learn about these amazing animals, to try to educate ourselves better so that when we return to New England, we can tell you about our story and hope to give you some better insights on how we can help these animals and many other animals. Oh, wait a second, I think I have a question. The question is, why were the chicks stranded? All right, first question, why are the chicks stranded? It's starting the beginning of the breeding season right now, and the problem, we're not exactly sure what the problem is, but right now the answer seems to be that there's not enough fish in the water. It looks like the parents are not staying with the chicks, and this is what people have been telling me over the course of the week. The parents aren't staying with the chicks as long as they should be. They're going out to sea, they're not coming back, they're going to other areas. The chicks are left to fend for themselves. So even just today, 4 more chicks arrived as we were having lunch, and they came all the way from Dyer Island. So the 4 gentlemen left this morning at, say, 6 o'clock, and just to get here, spent all day traveling to bring these chicks to us. So they're severely underweight. If they're coming here, they're not in the best shape. But these people are really, really great at rehabbing and turning them around. And so hopefully these guys that are coming in are going to be good. So I think we have one other question here. Have you been bitten? Yes, I have. And I tell you, it's probably one of the 3rd times in my 9 years that a tear almost welled up in my hand. There's one penguin that's in the group of penguins that's going to be possibly released soon. And that was my first day, and not doing the proper technique, the penguin got my finger, and it's like someone taking a clamp or a vice grip and putting all of their weight down on your thumb. And yeah, it hurt pretty bad. Next question, and this is coming from the UK. Will you be posting video of your trip on the blog, the Penguins blog? I'm going to be doing my best to do that. We are in a very kind of remote area, especially when I leave to go to Dasson Island. The chances of posting video is going to be very, very difficult. But I'm hoping to do what I can. I do have some videos, and if I can't get them up before I finish this trip, they're definitely going to be coming up when I get back to Boston. And let's see, I think we're waiting for one more question. This has been really cool. I really appreciate everyone kind of logging in and taking a look at this. The African penguins, especially sandcock, they need some extra attention. So, everybody loves penguins. If you can do your part, go to Sandcock's website, check out their page, support their programs in any way you can. They've got we were surprised when Joe and I came here that we had we would see as many volunteers as they have. They've got a lot of great volunteers that have traveled all over the world. We've got people from Georgia. We've got people from the UK. We've got a woman here from Norway. We've got people from Holland. It's really, really cool to see the world coming out to this one small little place to help out. So you have another question up? Is it busy season there? It's just beginning the busy season right now. We're in the summertime being here in the southern hemisphere. Sorry, I had to just adjust the screen there. We're in the summertime here, and so the season begins in November and it goes through January. So the height of the season is going to be in the middle of December. And right now they've got about 60 penguins in this, in this facility, and they're doing their best to process this and get them back out as fast as they can before they get overwhelmed. But penguins, I'll be honest, I've only been here about 5 days. Penguins have been coming in almost every day. They're just handfuls, but they're coming in, and that's not a good sign at all. So we've got to figure out what the reasons are that these animals this is happening to them. So we're being relayed questions here, and it's coming. The questions are coming in, so bear with me. As soon as they pop up, I'll be able to answer them for you. What is the average time that they stay at Sandcob? I'm going to have to do an educated guess on this one. It depends on the individual. Like I said, they're coming to Sandcob. They're not in the best conditions. There's a reason why they're coming here. So what they do is the birds come in. They come into their admissions office. The birds a history is given to them. The birds are processed, and they're basically deemed, they're separated out into the areas that they feel the best should go. Weight is a huge factor. Condition is a huge factor. And from there, then if the bird continues to make progress, then they get to go. They get moved to the next level. Feather checks are done. That means they look at all the different feathers underneath their skin. They will do medications if they have to. So there's a lot involved. But they try to turn the birds around as fast as they can. So next question. What is the oldest penguin that's here? That's actually a really good question. I don't know that answer, but I know that there are some of the penguins that are in here. I'm not going to guess on this one, but there are some penguins that have been here for at least a few years. Not as old as some of the penguins at our aquarium. Our oldest aquarium penguin is an African penguin. It's Alfred. He's 36 years old. These penguins don't get a chance to live that long, but they do. Their home colony does have some older penguins in it. Now see if I can get some penguins in the background here. The key is, folks, you really need to go to their website. You really want to learn more about the penguins and what the issues are and how Sandcob is dealing with them. You need to visit Sandcob's website. There's ways you can help out. One of the biggest things that they're coming up with, if you go to the left side of their website, their homepage, you see something about sponsoring what they call Christmas checks. And they're going to be able, that's the way you can help them out, and keep their programs going. They do need a lot of help. They are a nonprofit, and they're really one thing that Joe and I are kind of excited to see is that through funding and support over the last few years, they've been able to expand, and they've been able to build a new necropsy room. That's where they do the animal autopsies. So they're excited about that. They're also excited, even more excited, about their chick breeding chick room, the hatchery. And that's a new facility that they're actually going to have the first opening celebration next Thursday. They're just putting the finishing touches on that. And that's going to be huge for them. To have this new updated facility. We're going to have to be taking off soon. Like we said, we want to give the penguins some quiet time, and I'm sure my banter is kind of disturbing them a little bit. That makes deep bellowing voice, which is somewhat similar to their vocalization that was I hope. Thanks again. Keep reading our blogs at the New England Aquarium website. You'll see it off to the right-hand side of the screen there. Joe and I will be blogging almost every day. once I leave for the remote island, I'll do my best to make sure something goes out every day. But keep posted. And raise the awareness for issues of penguins. We're down here in South Africa helping African penguins, but there's many other species of penguins that are just disappearing, and they're disappearing faster before you know it. They're going to be gone. So let's get proactive and let's do something about it. All right? Well, signing off from Cape Town. Have a great night, or excuse me, have a great lunch wherever you are. If you're in Boston, if you're in the UK, good evening. Where else in the world, have a good one. Take care.